Okay, there we go. We're back, folks. Howdy, everybody. This is Zorik Lakidra, known in the SCA as Lord Ervald the Lakudra the Optimistic, and we're here at our weekly SCA fighter practice here in the Crown Province of Ostgardr. That's New York City. The SCA being the Society for Creative Anachronism. Sorry we got started a little late due to me accidentally pushing the wrong button. The live feed that was coming through got disconnected, but we got the phone taped up on the tree. I've got the gill cane inked by Tom Palmer Hair, and we're going to get started. Roger, thank you for being the first one to rejoin me here. Okay, so that little thing up there does mean that that's the number of people watching. Okay, now I know. Sorry I disconnected all you folks before, but let me get started now. Tonight, I'm actually wearing some medieval garb because all the non-medieval garb that I have is black and gray or camo, and I've noticed that it turns that it basically becomes invisible when the fighter practice begins. So I mean when the sun goes down. So I'm actually wearing my SCA garb tonight. Hey Cormac, how are you? Stuyvesant High School in the house. Give my love to Yelba, and we're going to get started with the warm-ups. So for those of you who are new here, who don't know what's going on, the Society for Creative Anachronism, we study and recreate the fun parts of the Middle Ages, including the arts of war, which include armored combat. So, every Tuesday night we have a little fighter practice, but since we're all social distancing and stuff, I've found a little location, a little out of the way park here in Astoria, where there's nobody around. Nobody should be within 20 yards of me, unless they really want to come up close, unless they really want to come towards me, and there's no reason for anyone to come towards me because I'm just a guy wearing medieval garb talking to a tree. So that's why I'm not covered, because there's nowhere close enough to breathe my spit. Okay, hey Ryan, how are you? And so we're going to begin today's training and workout with our warm-ups, and once again I'm wearing medieval garb because it's bright red, and so when the sun goes down you'll be able to see me, and also I just feel more medieval when I do it. So here we go. Everybody shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. All right, jog in place here. All right, jog in place here. All right, jogging in place, and high knees. 1. And jog it out. All right, ready, now kick your butt. Warming up. Loosen up those leg muscles there. And jog it out. Warming it up. All right. And now, swing your arms around. Now, once again, I still have recently surgered shoulder, so that means I cannot use this arm very well. So when I do things that are supposed to be done with 2 arms, do with both arms what I do with this arm. All right, so swing your arms around, loosen them up. Here we go, swing them forward. Slappy hugs. And keep on jogging, and punch forward. Punch up. Punch out. And here we go. And now we're gonna, okay, now high knees again. Let's get those legs moving faster. Kick your butt again. Hand. Stop. And 10 quick squats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 quick push-ups. Between 7 and 12 push-ups, however many you can do in the time it takes me to do 10. Again, surgered arm, so I'm going to be mostly relying on this arm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, back, stick your feet in the air, touch your toes 10 times. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, here we go. Next, okay, back. Now, to start running in place, now we're going to do a series of jumping jacks and other jumping up and down things to finish out our warm-up. Okay, here we go. Standard jumping jacks. 10 counts for each kind of jumping jacks. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Again, this arm is recovering from surgery. That's why I'm not using it. You use both arms to do what I'm doing with this arm. And clapping your hands in front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Running man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And crossing hands and feet. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And small hops, front and back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Small hops left and right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Twist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, squat jumps. Ready. Again, do what this arm does. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, stick your arms out in front of you, jump up, lift your knees 10 times. Hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, that got our hip flexors warmed up. Now, we're gonna go back to the arms. If you know how to do Hindu push-ups, do them. If not, check the title at the bottom of the screen when this goes on YouTube, or the comments later afterwards this is all done, or when this, so that you can look up how to do Hindu push-ups. I'm going to do standard push-ups because I really can't use this arm. All right, do 10 if you can. I'm going to go this side now. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Now, Hindu squats. Again, look in the comments after this is done, or on the screen if you're watching on YouTube, for a link to how to do Hindu squats. Just watch me. If you don't know it, do the best you can. And anyone who's been here for the past 7 of these training sessions should know how to do it by now. So, and here we go. Again, do with both arms what I'm doing with this arm. 1, and down, and lift your heels up when you can't keep them down anymore. Put them down on the way back up. Exhale on the way down. Inhale on the way up. And bend your knees, pick your heels up. Arm to the front, and 4. We're going to do 10. That's 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. And now last time we're going to do, we'd been doing bicycle kicks We're now going to do V-ups for our last abdominal. All right, so basically, try to make your body in a V as you make your hands reach your feet as you lift your upper torso and your legs at the same time. Ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Now, good. Who's keeping up with me? Who's with me now? Let's see. Frederick, Penny, Richard, Sylvain, Dylan, Ryan, Cormac, and Roger. Hey guys, yes, I am in Astoria. I'm about a block away from Astoria Park, but I'm not in Astoria Park because there's too many people in Astoria Park. Get some water, guys, if you got it, and then we'll stretch it out, and then we'll begin the technique drills. Okay, hang on just a second here. Okay, just reaching out to a few friends out there to join me on the fighter practice. And okay, those are the people I would have expected to be here by now. So let us continue with, there we go. Let's continue with the workout with the stretches. Okay, invite sent. Back to work. St. Clair, welcome to the party. Jerry, good to see you here. You got here just in time for the stretches. So, now, for those of you who just joined us, why am I wearing red pajamas? Because when the sun goes down, it gets dark, and most of my gray and black clothes that I've been wearing here, you can't see in the dark. So I'm wearing something red that's more thematically appropriate for a medieval sword fighting. Okay, so, and inhale, both arms up, and exhale. Inhale with both arms, and exhale. And inhale up, and flat back down. Roll it over, hang there. Hang there down, soft knees. Doesn't matter if you can touch the floor, just bounce a little. Shake your shoulders out. Grab your legs, pull it down a little bit more. Now squat it down. Earth. There you go. Get those knees bent. Remind your knees that they can bend. I've had surgery in this knee, so it does a little snap, crackle, pop there. All right, now keep your hands on the ground and straighten up as best as you can to feel the stretch. Okay, if you can't straighten your knees, grab your ankles, stretch a little bit more, so that way you can stretch in the back. All right, there you go. All right, roll it up on 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll the head around. There you go. Roll it the other way. Now, stretch it over to that side. Hand up. And over to the other side. And up, and to the back. And up, and now. Clasp your knuckles together like this, behind your back, and now put your knuckles to the sky. Little short tugs there. Okay, roll your shoulders, and lunges that way. Side lunges, nice little bounces there. Relax the muscles so you can stretch out that inner thigh. All right? Now, deep lunges that way. Arms out, palms down, small circles forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Try to get your heel to the ground so you stretch out that calf muscle. Arms forward, arms down. Deeper lunge. Really get it in there. Sink it in there. Pull out that upper thigh. Stretch out that hip flexor because you're going to need it. All right, and straighten it up. And chest to knee. Stretch it down.
That is so true.
Okay, take the hand that's closer to me. Wrap it around the outside of your leg. Reach out, stretch out that shoulder blade there. Okay, ready. Up, turn it forward. Lunge, turn your toes up so you're getting the inside, the back side of your thigh. There you go. That hamstring there. Stretch out that hammy. Pick up one or two hands if you wanna. All right, stretch it out. And here we go. Side lunge that way. All right. So stretching out the inside of the thigh, loosen up those muscles so that you can stretch. There you go. Stretch it, deep lunge that way. And lunge it in, try to get your heel down so that your calf stretches out. Arms out, palms up, small circles backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Arms forward, arms down, deep lunge. Okay, stretch out the leg there. That's the muscle you use to pick your leg armor up. Hand. Straighten it out. Chest to knee. Oh, there we go. Take the hand that's closer to me, wrap it around your leg, other arm sticking out here, stretch that shoulder blade. There you go. And deep lunge, turn to the front, toes up. There you go. Stretch out that hamstring there. Okay. Screen probably isn't wide enough for this. Okay, here we go. All right. There we go. Grab one leg, doesn't matter which. I'm going to grab this one. Pull it up to your chest. Stretch out that gluteus maximus. Do the same with the other leg. Now, take the opposite hand from the foot you want to pick up. Pull that up. That way you don't, by using the opposite hand, you don't stretch out your knee. There you go. All right, there it is. Hold an arm out if it'll give you better balance. Stretch out the front of your thigh. There you go. Now, do the same with the other leg. Okay. Now, don't do this. You want to stretch out your thigh. Pull your foot back so that you can stretch your thigh. There you go. Okay. Good, good, good. Take a quick sip of water or Gators or whatever kind of electrolyte replacement you have, or energy drink if you're that kind of person. I follow any non-water drink with water because it helps clean my mouth out. Now we're gonna, let's see who's with us here. Okay, Kimberly, Eric, Jeff, thank you for joining us. St. Clair, Jerry, good evening, everybody. Okay, thank you for joining this week's edition of the New York City chapter of the Society for Creative Anachronism Sword Fighting Practice. We just finished up our warm-ups and the stretches, so now we're gonna loosen up our hands and fingers. Hey, Diana, thank you for joining us. And then we're gonna start our technique. So here we go. Okay. All right, so take your hands. All right. Just open and close them. Stretch out those fingers there. Stretch out those fingers. Okay. Now, have your fingers do the wave from the little finger to the, from your pinky to your pointer. All right. And now do the wave the other way from your pointer to your pinky. All right. Just feel that. Okay, just feel that with your hands. Now with your wrists, turn your wrists so that you get your hands all nice and limbered up, because we're going to be using our hands and our wrists a lot tonight. Okay, now with the elbows, Okay, turn the elbows. Turn it from the elbows. There you go. And now turn it the other way. Okay, there you go. Alrighty then. Now, from the shoulders. Okay. There we go. Feeling from the shoulders. The fact that I can do this much with my shoulder means that the physical therapy has been working. For those who don't know, this shoulder had a torn rotator cuff that was recently repaired. So, I'm going to be doing all my heavy lifting with this arm. If there's anything that you're supposed to do with two arms, do what this arm is doing. This arm is going to be mostly inactive tonight. So, having warmed up, now what I call slappy hugs here. There we go. All right. Swing them about. Loosen up all your twisty muscles. Just do a little light punching here. To the sky. To the side. All right, good. Now, let's begin with our technique. Our technique drills. Okay, boys and girls. This here is a sword made of rubber, but it looks like a sword. I'm just going to use it to demonstrate some things about the grip, and then I'm going to take a wooden sword which has a better sense of balance to it. Okay, now you see I'm choking up on it almost all the way to the queons. That means that the center of balance of the sword is going to be really close to my hand, and that's good because we want the center of balance. Hey Jason, welcome aboard. Because we want the center of balance for the technique that I learned, that I teach, to be close to our hand so that it swings around easily. So we're choking up on our sword up to the queons, and we're gripping it mostly with the thumb and forefinger here, right? Okay, and now just close your fingers here. 1, 2, 3. All right. If you don't have a sword, you can use a paper towel roll or a hammer or a wiffle ball bat, or basically any kind of rod or dowel type object thing. Okay, so you can go 1, 2, 3 in sequence. You can just pull with your pinky. You can go 3, 2, 1 in sequence. Either way, both of them have different uses depending upon how exactly you want to swing your sword. But the point being that you're using your lower fingers as a lever to pull the sword. Now, that's a lot like the move you would make when turning a door handle, right? So, we're just going to try to turn this imaginary door handle. Just get used to turning the door handle, okay? Now, you saw when I was using the sword, I was swinging vertically. Truth to tell, it's often more effective to swing horizontally. Now, your blade's going to be in line with the knife edge of your hand, right? So to swing horizontally, I want your palm to be up. So you're now turning a door handle on a horizontal door. Okay, a horizontal door that is intangible, so it can go straight through your head. Okay, so you're turning the door handle, right? Now, you can feel, if you did that with a stick or a hammer or a baseball bat or something, you certainly felt, I'm sure, that the natural lever action does use some physics to get some power going, right? But truth to tell, unless you're a carpenter with really big forearms, you're not going to get a whole lot of power here. We can work on that. But let's try moving our elbow through space while we turn the handle. Now let's just try to move the elbow without moving our body, okay? Swing the elbow forward, close your hand, okay? Elbow forward, close the hand. Elbow forward, close the hand. Elbow forward, close the hand, all right? Now you can probably feel that puts more power into it already. Now we're not swinging our arm and we're not reaching out yet. We're going to be reaching out later, but now I just want to keep on drilling elbow and hand, right? Elbow and hand, okay? So now, what if our shoulder were a little sore or we didn't want to work what if we wanted to get more power by using more of our body? Let's just move the shoulders here, the shoulder girdle area type, the upper part of our torso, by pulling from the back shoulder blade there, the opposite shoulder blade from the sword in the hand. Imagine someone's yanking that shoulder blade back, right? Whoomp. Okay, and that's what moves the elbow in space. All right? So now, and we don't have to pull it back with our elbow, we can just do that, okay? And now, if we turn the door handle, we've got more power going into our sword blow right there. Boom, wham, with very little effort. Okay, now let us try to turn the upper portion of our torso by using our core muscles, our abdominals and our back, our lower back, all right? Boom, there we go, boom. If we combine that with the pulling back of the shoulder blade, we've got a lot more power going on, and we're not even using our shoulder that much. I could even use my bad shoulder, but I'm not gonna, because I want to be able to straighten my arm out, okay? We'll get to that. So you see what this looks like if you're only using your upper body. Why am I worried about this? Someday you may not be able to plant your feet, but we'll talk about that later. Now we do have our feet planted. Let's talk about stance for 2 seconds. All right, don't go with a linear fencer's stance, because if you do that, then when you try to move your back foot to the front, you're going to hit your front leg, or you're going to have to move it around, and you may not want to do that, okay? Also, you get more power if you have your back foot out that way, just a little bit, maybe about the length of 1 foot that way. That way you can bring it forward without having to change your hip position, and that puts your opponent closer to the pizza slice of death, which I'm going to talk about someday. So now twist your hips, right? Twist your hips. That basically comes from a clenching of this butt cheek, all right? Now you're moving the elbow, close the hand, turn the door handle, okay? Clench the cheeks. And when you do that, your arm automatically kind of wants to straighten out because you're throwing your hand forward. Feel the power. Feel the power. Trust the physics, right? Okay, now, what if here's how it looks from this side, all right? Now, what if we were to push off from our back leg? There you go. Boom. The power coming from the ground is pushing our hip forward, and by pushing our forward, our hand just wants to go forward, okay, from the front. Boom, see? And by turning the door handle, think of all the power you're getting there. Notice I'm not swinging my arm. This is putting all kinds of stress on my shoulder, on my elbow. Could get tennis elbow if it gets stopped here and your forearm is still moving forward in this direction while your, upper arm is moving in this direction while your forearm stops. So punch it forward and you've got all this power behind it. Right, so push off from the ground, turn your hip, pull back your shoulder blade, let the elbow and the hand go forward. Boom, all right, boom, boom. Now keep your hand high, up around your teeth, because you're trying to hit the other person in the head, okay? Boom, and boom, boom, boom. Okay, so having reminded ourselves of how we do this, let's get out our sticks and let's do this. Hey, Jonathan, welcome aboard. Okay, this here is a piece of rattan wrapped in duct tape, and it's kind of like what is used in, and it is what is the sort of thing that is used in combat in the Society for Creative Anachronism. I normally use a sword that has a basket hilt like this to protect my fingers, but then you wouldn't be able to see what my fingers are doing. So, here we are. All right, so let's just do that number one shot here. So, pushing from the leg. Boom. All right? Boom. Have your left arm folded up like a chicken wing to sort of simulate holding your shield. There you go. Boom. 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 Okay, and now to that side. Boom. 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 Okay. Now, we've done a few drills of that. Now let's take it from that side, from the onside flat snap to the offside. Number 2. Hey Mark, thank you for joining us. Okay, so we've drilled number 1. Now we're going to turn it into number 2. That's how we hit them on the other side of the head. So you throw the shot, right? And then you release, you pull it back a little, and then you turn it over as you twist your body. Boom. Let me show you the hand close up. You swung the blow, right? Next, you swung the blow. Boom. What you do is you bring it back a little using either the, if you've hit something, then you can use the recoil. But if you just tug up with your upper hand there, I'm using these muscles here just a little, then it should come back. It should come back with you, especially if you open up your hand. If you release your hand, it'll come back with you. If you just let it go, that's also what we can do. In fact, that's what we're going to do. We're going to actually just let it go like so. To look at it from the other way, we've swung the sword and we let it go. Now, its own weight will swing it around. It'll swing it around. And what'll help is if you close your hand, all right? So you're swinging it around and see, look at what's happening with my pinky finger. Boom. My pinky finger, it's here. My pinky finger is closing. So now, if I were to just do that, boom, that's how to turn a straight shot, a flat snap, into an overhead smash. It would be like this and like this. We may do that later, but now I want to go to number 2. So you've done this, you release your hand, you turn your elbow up, and then you turn your body around. Now, like I said, your sword's on the knife edge. So when it comes back, when you turn your elbow up, your hand, you want your palm to be down. It's like the Pepsi Summer Chill Out, only with your elbow turning over at the same time. Okay? So, swing it forward and back and over. All right? Put it back on your shoulder. Strike forward and back and over. Put it on your shoulder. Strike forward and back and over. Put it on your shoulder. Strike forward and back and over. Put it on your shoulder. Strike forward and back and over. Put it on your shoulder. Strike forward and back and over. And from this side, strike over and back and over. Strike forward and back and over. And strike forward and back and over. One more time. Strike forward and back and over. All right. Notice how my hand actually didn't move much. Hey Philippe, thanks for joining us. My hand really didn't move forward much. Strike forward. My hand's pretty much in the same place. My body's what's turning. Okay. Now, because my body turns, that pulls my shoulder back. That means my head goes forward. My hand kind of goes back. So that means your whole body does have to go a little forward if you want to hit a target in the same place. Boom. You see? So here we go. Back. And the twist includes a little lean forward. So now let's just do that 1, 2, 1, 2 without stopping to reset. So we've gone to 1, we've gone to 2. To hit number 1 again, just bring your elbow down and use your finger as a lever. So bring it forward, bring your elbow down, and use your little finger as a lever. Watch my little finger. Okay, so it's up. I've come over the head and I've closed my hand there. Now, when I bring my elbow down, the ball, this here part of my hand is pulling the sword down with it, and my pinky closes so that I can hit him back on the right side of the head. And then over and down and over and down. And we can do that 1, 2, 1, 2. I'm using my shoulder here. This is what I'm talking about. You can fight without using your body to swing a blow, but this is pretty hard on the shoulder, so you got to work out your shoulder if you intend to fight like this. Without using your shoulder too much, you turn your body. Boom. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. By now, if you're like me, your shoulder's probably getting a workout. So good. That's what this is. It's a workout. Now, don't get in shape by doing martial arts. Get in shape to do martial arts. Use exercises to strengthen up your shoulders, and then you'll be able to use your shoulders. Indian club exercises are really good for that. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, and now from the front. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, now I can't fully commit to the blow because I'm not hitting anything. I could hit this tree here, but number one, I don't want to beat up the tree, and number two, you wouldn't be able to see what I'm doing. So now let's go from 2 to 3. It's getting late and we want to get somewhere. All right, so from 1 to 2, for number 3, just bring the elbow down and close your hand. Boom. All right, so 1, 2, 3, ready, and again. 1, 2, 3. Now in the sport, you're not allowed, of Society for Creative Anachronism combat, you're not allowed to hit somebody on the knee or below, which is about at the level of my tunic here. So you want your hand to be horizontal when it's at the bottom of the swing. So 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, one more. 1, 2, 3. All right, now to the other side. Now, the number 4 shot, which hits him on the other side of the leg. Okay, it's real simple. You release your hand, pull back a little, and turn your hand over. Okay, so you pull back a little with your wrist there, a little twitch of the wrist, and you can put your body into it too to pull the sword back. Turn your hand over, and then once you're here, straighten the arm a little bit. You don't have to straighten it much, and put your hip into it. Boom, like so. So it's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then go to hanging high guard, put it on your shoulder, and 1, 2, 3, and 4. And do it slowly now. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4. One more time. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, we're going to go straight into the wrap shot. Take water if you need it. John, how the heck are you? And Brian and Philippe. Okay, great. No, wait, that's not John. That's Yana. Hey, Yana, how are you out there? So, thank you for joining us. And we're continuing with our drill. So, for those of you who don't remember the wrap shot, it's real simple. There's a million ways to do it. This is the way I like to teach it. So imagine with a wrap shot, we get to hit somebody in the back of the head with the back side of our blade. So since our blade is at the... Okay, here we go. Sorry about that break there. That means we're going to have to turn our hand over and bring it back. So when you strike out, right about where the sword is perpendicular to the direction you're facing, turn your elbow over while you're squeezing your hand. Okay? So from the front it looks like this, and it comes around the back of their head. From the side, it looks like this. You're striking forward, okay? And now, by about here, the sword is about perpendicular, and that's about the time that you're squeezing with your pinky. So at that point, you can turn your elbow over, which turns your hand over, and then when the sword comes around, it's the back side of the blade that comes towards you, or if your opponent's in the way, the back of their head. So, at a 3/4 angle, boom, there it is, and relax. So punch forward and swing. Okay? Punch forward and squeeze. All right? Punch forward and squeeze. Now, depending on where the opponent is and where we want to hit them, we might not be punching straight forward. We might want to hit them with the sweet spot of the sword, which is up here, which means we'll be punching out at an angle slightly. Bang. There you go. So, punch out and bang. Now, it's hard to commit to this because if you do, you'll hit yourself in the face. So, if you have something to block your stick with, pick it up. Hey, who's out there? Oh, that's just a list of all who's there. Okay, if you got another stick, pick up the other stick. All right? And that way, when you swing out and come back, you'll hit your own stick. So, here we go. Punch out and around and back. 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 Here's how it looks on this side. Boom. And punch out, turn it over. And punch out, turn it over. And punch out, turn it over. Now I'm not even moving my body much here. Punch out, turn it over. Trust the physics. Punch out, turn it over. Now, let's add that to the 1, 2, 3, 4 and see how it works, because you can do it from just about anywhere. And also note, you don't have to do it high. You can also do it low, or you can do it over the top. All right? Punch out and turn it over all the way up. And then you can get over their shield and over the top of their head, and that's tough to block. All right, so if we've got a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4, we go to a hanging high guard, come around the head, and wrap shot. Okay, so we're going to do it. We're not going to call that 5. We're going to call that wrap, because there is no 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, up and wrap. 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 And 1, 2, 3, 4, and up and wrap. And 1, rest. Okay, so next, let's put some footwork into this. Okay, we're going to do the silly walks, but with an extra step. The silly walks are as follows. So, you take a step forward with your number 1. You take the other step forward with your number 2. You rock back for your 3. You rock forward with your 4. Hanging high guard, and then wrap, and back to neutral. Okay? So that's how we're going to do it. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and wrap and rest. Okay, this time actually we're going to start from a guard. And we're not going to rest in a neutral position, we're going to rest in a guard position. So, again, with our stance, our shield foot to the front, our sword foot to the back is actually to the side a little bit, and fold up your arm like a chicken wing, and this is our rest position is going to be here. There's a million places to put your sword. We're going to put our sword here where it can fend off another person's blow if it happens to come and the shield doesn't get there in time, okay? So that creates sort of an A-frame here. So, in 1, 2, back, forward, wrap, rest. Okay, we're actually bringing our back foot forward to get into our on guard pose. Ready, and from here, 1, 2, back, forward, wrap, guard. And forgive these brief pauses, I'm running out of storage space on my phone. By the way, let's see what time it is here. That can't be right. Okay, it's just gone 8. Okay, we got about a half an hour before it gets too dark to see me. So the moon is up. I don't know if you can see that here, but we're just going to do this a few more times, then we're going to focus on some footwork, and then we're going to put it all together. So, and 1, 2, back, forward, wrap, and rest. And here we go. 1, 2, rock back, rock forward, and wrap, rest. And 1, 2, back, forward, wrap, rest. I'm trying not to hit this tree, and I'm short-circuiting my own blows. Ready, and 1, 2, back, forward, wrap, rest. Okay, that wasn't rest, that was finishing up with a hammer blow. So, I'm obviously not on my top game right now. So, we're going to move on to some footwork, and then we're going to try to put it all together. So, they're basically, hey Mark, thank you for joining us. So there are 2 basic kinds of footwork that most people start with, and everything else basically follows from it. There's the advance retreat, and there's the passing step, forward and back. But they can also be side to side. And advance is real simple. You just take your front foot, let's go back to where you can see it. You just take your front foot and move it forward, and you take your back foot and recreate the pose. All right, the retreat is you take your back foot and move it backward, and you take your front foot and recreate the pose. Now, so let's just try that a few times. Again, our stance is going to be with our foot. Okay, sorry about that, folks. So where were we? All right. Again, front foot forward, back foot back, sword foot forward, shield foot forward, sword foot back, with about a foot's length between your front and back foot, and about a foot and a half between them on the front back plane, a foot and a half between them on the left right plane. So, advance, retreat, advance, retreat. Okay, now look at it from this side. Advance, retreat, advance, retreat. Okay, now we're gonna do multiples. Double advance, 1, 2. Double retreat, 1, 2. Triple advance, 1, 2, 3. Triple retreat, 1, 2, 3. Now this isn't a chassé like in ballet where you chase the front foot, because if you do that, then you wind up off balance right here with this narrow base. With an advance and retreat, you keep a nice wide base. You don't have to be in horse stance here, but you can take a bigger advance if you want to, and a bigger advance retreat if you want to. But the point being, the foot that's closer to your direction is the one that moves first. And whether you go heel-toe or toe-heel is up to you, depending upon the tactical situation and so forth. There are reasons to do one thing or the other. I'm not going to get into them. All right. So, we're now you can do advances and retreats in principle to the left and right, since I'm all confused about what's left and right because I'm standing lefty, but you're probably seeing me as if I'm righty. I have no idea what you're seeing there. So I'm just going to say shield side and sword side. And again, we take the foot that's going in the direction we want to go and move in that direction. Left to the shield side and to the sword side. We move the lead foot in that direction and follow with the follow-up foot to get back in the exact same pose. And then the other direction. Boom. There you go. And to the shield side and to the sword side. And to the shield side and to the sword side. And so we can combine this with our advances and retreats. Advance to the shield. Retreat to the sword. That makes a basic box step, all right? So we can do, say, a double advance into the shield. Advance, advance, into the shield to imitate the movement of a knight on the chessboard. And double to the back and then to the sword side. Back, back, and to the sword side, all right? And double to the shield side. 1, 2, and single retreat, retreat, and double advance, and double to the sword side, and double retreat. 1, 2, and now 2 forward, 1, 2 advances and a retreat. 1, 2, up, fooled you. 2 retreats, 1 forward. 1, 2, up, gotcha. All right, so we can do that. You can drill that on your own. Let's move on. There's the passing step. Hey, who just joined us there? Blaze, good to see you again. All right, always good to see you. So the passing step is real simple. One foot passes the other. All right, let's see that from the side. One foot passes the other. Now, now you'll notice then that my stance is now reversed. Let us say you don't want to reverse your stance, then you take a double passing step. Now, there are reasons that you can take the passing step without twisting your hips, boom, because then maybe you want to swing a blow later, or maybe you're taking a double passing step but want to keep your torso in this orientation, okay? Or you may deliberately want to move, you may want to move your hips for various reasons. You may want to throw a blow, and so you're swinging your hips through the passing steps. So, for now, for this drill, we're going to try to keep our torso oriented the same way. If we take a single passing step, we are going to twist our hips, all right? So, yeah, we're just going to go with the twisting the hips for the purpose of this drill so we don't get confused. So, pass forward, boom. Pass back, boom. Double foot pass forward, boom, boom. Double pass back, boom, boom. All right. Pass forward and advance. Pass forward and advance. All right? Pass back and retreat. Pass back and retreat. Double pass forward and advance. Double pass forward, advance. Retreat and double pass back. Retreat and double pass back. All right? Double pass forward and advance to the shield side. Double pass forward, advance to the shield side. Right, double pass forward. Okay, now double pass back. All right, now double pass forward and advance to the sword side. Double pass forward and advance to the sword side. Now I'm out of frame. Advance to the shield side. There we go. And pass back. And, sorry, pass back. Pass back. Retreat. Advance to the shield side. And now, can you have a passing step to the sword or shield side? Of course you can. There it is. But look at how off balance I am. Now, I may use that as a way to turn around because the opponent, my enemy's behind me. Or I may use that as a way to actually go to the side, boom, boom, if I really feel that that's going to be faster than or some tactical reason than doing 2 passes, than doing 2 advances to the sword side or shield side, as the case may be. Boom, boom, as opposed to going boom, boom. All right? So just so you know that these are things. We'll just do a few drills and then we'll start to put it all together. So, advance, pass forward, to the shield side, to the sword side, and retreat, and double pass back, single pass back, retreat, single pass forward, to the shield, to the sword, double pass to the shield side, double pass to the sword side, and single pass to the shield side. Okay, that was silly. All right, you can drill that later on your own time. We're going to start to put it together. Hey, who's that? Pax and Anthony, thank you for joining us. And Francisco and good. Wait, is that 2 Anthony? No, same Anthony. Okay, so now we've done our 1, 2, 3, 4. We've done our wrap shot, and we've even played with the concept of a hammer blow. So, let us start with, let us throw in a block or two. Manuel, thank you for joining. Let's throw in a block or two and create a kata, create a form, create a simulated drill here using the steps we know. Now, blocks, the two simplest blocks in the world are to block the head on this side and to block the head on that side, okay? And the second simplest block is usually done if you, is of course to raise up like this and to block over there. Now, there is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 of blocks. We'll get into that next week. But for now, know that this exists, and this exists, and this exists. So, let us say, oh, it just got darker. All right. So, let us say that we are we're standing there and we're fighting someone, and we are going to make the first move. So, we want to make our first move aggressively with a big step, making a passing step forward, right? But then we want to return to our shield to the front, like so. We want to continue stepping forward, but we want to be aggressive about it. So, we're going to make our first step and a passing step forward as we throw a number 1. We're going to make our second step a passing step forward as we throw a number 2. All right? Which, surprisingly, is the first 2 steps of the silly walk. So, here we go. 1, 2. Got it? Do it with me. And 1, 2. All right. Now we're up here already. Let us say that the other fella has successfully blocked that and has decided to come back and hit us on this side of the face. Let's see how we're going to block that. All right, 1, 2, 3. All right, we're here, and we're going to bring it home this way, and that's our block. All right, so we've advanced, and now we're going to block here. All right. Now, you'll notice that I pulled back a little. There's 2 ways of thinking about it. If we move in forward, then we're cutting down the angle. If we move back, then if we miss the block, maybe they'll just miss our face entirely. Also, we're kind of winding up for the next shot. So, 1, 2, block, all right? That's the rock back that's part of the silly walk. Okay, rocking back and forward is real easy. Just put your weight on the forward leg, put your weight on the back leg, all right? So, step, step, block, and there's the natural follow-up is number 1. So, step, step, block, 1. Okay, but here, watch what I'm going to show you. All right, so we've gone 1, 2, block, and here's our number 1. Instead of throwing the number 1, we're going to fool him because he's made the blow to this side, so his sword's still in front of him here. We're going to try to get around his sword and to the back of his head. So it's not 1, 2, block 1, it's 1, 2, block, wrap, okay? So let's see where that takes our feet. Pass, pass, rock back, rock forward, okay? So that's what it's going to do. The feet are the first 4 steps of silly walk, but the third and the fourth sword blows are different from the silly walk. So it's 1, 2, back, swing. All right, wrap shot. Okay. 1, 2, block, wrap shot. And now where are we going to go from here? We're just going to pretend that he blocked this wrap shot, or we're just going to make it a 2-shot combo just in case the first one doesn't hit, and we're going to bring it straight down into a hammer blow, which again, we're up here, we just bring our elbow down and close the hand. We're up here behind his head, right? We just bring our elbow down, the sword clears his head, and then we close the hand, boom, like so. All right, and then we use our body to emphasize the force of each blow. And 1, 2, rock back, wrap, bang. Okay? If we've gotten in his face with the wrap shot, then we have to get back, if assuming he doesn't move, in order to be able to hit him from the front. So from the side, I'm going to take smaller steps here. We've got 1, 2, block, wrap, bang. Okay? So 1, 2, block, wrap, bang. I advanced forward. I went instead of rocking back. Let's do that again. 1, 2, block, wrap, bash. Okay? So 1, 2, block, wrap, bash. All right? And 1, 2, block, wrap, bash. All right? 1, 2, block, wrap, bash. All right. Actually, I could probably do 2 sets while walking towards you. So 1, 2, block, wrap, bash, and okay, let's remember it's a rock back and not a step forward. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, block, wrap, bash, and 1, 2, block, wrap, bash. Okay, so how do we transition from the bash to the number 1? Let's see. 1, 2, block, wrap, bash. How do we recover from this? Bang. There we go. Bang and 1. Bang and 1. Okay, we're gonna do a type of return. I forget what it's called. Someone out there, feel free to give it a name. Nancy, thank you for joining us. Ted, thank you for joining us. Julian, hey, all of you who've just joined us, thank you. We're about closing it down here, but we're just going to finish up this little technique. So, we've done our hammer blow, right? There. Now, either we've missed or we've still got the momentum, and we're going to use the momentum of the blow to bring the sword back up and bring it into a number 1. So when it comes back, as the sword comes down, right as it passes its lowest point in its dip, you're going to start bringing your hip forward and then close your hand when your sword comes about here and then hit him in the head. So in slow motion, if we've done that wrap shot and we come down with the hammer smash, all right? It comes down. If we assume either we missed or that the momentum carries through his head, then it's going to come down. And now since we did the hammer smash in a rock back, then our hip's back and our weight's on our back leg. So then we can push forward on that back leg to bring the sword around so that we can hit him in the head again. This is the beginning of a very good technique called the teardrop return. Though this isn't exactly the teardrop, the principles are shared by the teardrop return. So let's catch those principles again. So you've got your sword coming down, and you've got your sword coming down, and actually, wham, bam. When you've brought it down, you've actually turned your hip back a little so that you can turn that shoulder back, pull that shoulder back, right? When pulling that shoulder back, you're cocking yourself to pull the hip forward. So, bang, there you go. Look at that hip. Look at what that hip did, all right? Bang. So you see, it's like I'm cocking my sword as it comes down, all right? Bang, bam. We're going to revisit this next week when the sun's out. So, from the wrap shot to the hammer blow to the follow-up. Wrap shot, hammer blow, follow-up, okay? Wrap shot, hammer blow, follow-up. Okay, so we rocked forward with the wrap shot, back with the hammer blow, follow-up. Forward with the wrap shot, back with the hammer blow, follow-up. That was a pretty big swing. You don't have to swing your arm quite so much. Forward with the wrap shot, back with the hammer blow, follow-up. It's like a big circle to a small circle, okay? Like a spiral. Bam! Okay? Now, let's just do that a few more times. Wrap shot, hammer blow, follow up. Wrap shot, hammer blow, follow up. And wrap shot, hammer blow, follow up. And wrap shot, hammer blow, follow up. Okay. Any questions? All right. So let's drill this. All 5, 6, 7, however many steps it is. Ready. And passing step number 1. Passing step number 2. And rock back to block. Rock forward to wrap shot. Rock back to hammer blow and follow up. Okay? And passing step, rock back, rock forward, rock back, swing. Okay? Step, rock, back and forward. Step, rock, hip, bam. There we go. Step, rock, hip, bam. Okay? Step, rock, hip, bam. Feel the rhythm there? That hip comes in as a syncopated beat. Step, rock, hip, bam. And again. Step, rock, block. Nope. Step, block, hip, wrap, hammer, hip, there. So, step, block, wrap, hammer, hip, blow. And rock, block, wrap, hammer, hip, blow. There you go. Step, block, wrap, hammer, hip, blow. And step, block, wrap, hammer, hip, blow. And step, block, wrap, hammer, hip, blow. Okay, I have no idea if you can see that. It looks like it's pretty dark out there, so we're going to call it a night there. Thank you very much for coming. Those of you who may have joined us in the first aborted earlier attempt, I hope you catch up to this and on the rewind and on YouTube. You can see previous trainings on youtube.com/New York Knights Combat 1. And I guess I'll catch you in the funny papers. What time is it anyway? Yeah, 8:30. It's about time to go. All right. So let me just give the quick hellos to everybody who joined us. Blaze, Nancy, Ted, Julian, Manuel, Pax, Anthony, Francisco, Yana, Mark, Brian, Philippe, Jonathan, Other Mark, Jason, Diana, Kimberly, Eric, Jeff, St. Clair, Jerry, Frederick, Penny, Richard, Sylvain, Dylan, Ryan, Cormac, and Roger. Thank you all for joining. I know not all of you stuck through all of it. Feel free to watch this again when it goes up on Facebook, rewind to the beginning. And again, youtube.com/New York Knights Combat for all the previous 7 trainings that we've had, so you can pick up any of the details that you may have missed this time around. We'll be back again next week, 7 to 8:30. I'm going to try to actually get here early that time. Tomorrow, from 3 to 3:30, is Captain Zorik's Socially Distant Music Madness. Maybe I'll do a salute to Star Wars because May the 4th was yesterday. So, clean up, cover up. If you go in any place where you can swallow someone's breath, cover your face, because most face coverings protect them from you better than you from them. And so if everybody's covered, everybody's protected. Those of you who are desperately hoping that you can get back to work, just hang in there, because the scientists and doctors are saying that if we go back to work before we've flattened the curve enough, more people are going to die. So hang in there, call your congressman, senator, president, whatever, to get those relief plans to support yourself and better. I know I'm getting political now, so let me just shut up. Okay, be physically separate, but socially active. Call your mom, call your friends. Everybody's got a telephone. Everybody's got the internet. Send an email. Connect in social messaging. So, yeah, physically separate, socially active. Hang in there, everybody. We're all in this together. All right. Captain Zorik, Lord Airvold the Optimistic, coming at you. See you next week.